Hola, hola, hola. Welcome to the channel Flight Simulation in VR. We are today with Pilatus PC12. That's a single turboprop engine. It's a beautiful aircraft, very simple, doesn't have loads of buttons that you can play with, but it's fair enough for doing a short BFR flight. And we are in Wellington Airport. That's in the North Island of New Zealand. I've downloaded all the authors from this scenario. I think it's beautiful, both islands, north and south. And this airport I will leave also after I finish editing this flight, or after it's uploaded. I will leave the links to this airport and the next one that we are going to go, which is Paraparaumu or something like that. I don't remember really the name. It was really difficult. Paraparaumu. Yeah? Hi Carol, how you doing? I hope that you can follow me in English. I'm trying to give a new shape to the channel and start doing more videos also in Shakespeare language. Although I'm not English, but well, as I'm living in London and I have to work here many times, so I think it was worth to try to practice it a little also. So then that's it, okay? That building there, really, it's, I don't know what the hell it is. Yeah. So I don't know, to be honest. I was trying to show you those brown buildings. They seem like a cave, or don't know if that's the house where the hobbits are living. Almost all the scenes in the movie of the Lord of the Rings were filmed in the Northern Island, Mordor and places like that, okay? And where the hobbits were living and all of that. And you can see here, middle of Middle Earth, okay? So, come on, let's go then into the plane. We've seen that we've got everything covered. There's no way that we can remove this manually. It will be automatically removed. So then first thing that we are going to do is just get rid of this. By the way, I'm connected to eBow, so if anyone wants to follow the flight also on WebEye, then you could. Okay, then we are going to switch on external powers and both batteries and the avionics, okay? And navigation lights, so they are in both sides of the plane. It's a fixed light here, as we can see, okay? This red one, and I think here it should be or yellow or green. Yep, green. Yellow, no, white, or yeah, it's green. They are fixed, so they show that anyone moving on the ground, that there's already movement inside the plane. They are already aware that we could switch on the engines at any moment, but before doing that, then we'll switch on the beacon lights, okay? As that's not happened yet, we are going to prepare the whole flight plan. If you've got any questions, as I'm using VR, just you can type here. So if you understand English, we continue in English, okay? Thank you, Carol. First thing first, let's load the flight plan. I've done it using Little Nav Map. That's an external app. It's for free. It's very useful. I've also gone into the AIP pages on New Zealand, whatever it is. Okay, and I've downloaded and I'll put them here, the BFR charts for both airports, okay, for Wellington and Paraparaumu, okay, So, let's come into here, click on flight plan. I think we should just turn right. Yeah, we need now to push the button and select this one, which is November Zulu Whiskey November to November Zulu Papa Papa. Okay, we click on enter and the flight plan is loaded. It's a BFR flight. This area is under ATC control. You can see it also on the charts. It's there's no very high terrain. We could do it in theory below 1,500 feet. Okay. And that's what we are going to try to do for this time. So I'm also going to open the charts here. Hold on, using this plugin, AviTab, toggle tablet. Okay. And then I come into charts. Oh, I haven't saved. Okay, we've got the departure from Wellington, which is this one, and let me save quickly. I think I had saved it, probably haven't. Let me save quickly archivo the arrival into Paraparaumu, which is here. No. Resources, plugins, AviTab, charts. No, come on. What is it? Come on. Okay. Save as. Now, yes. Explain. Resources, plugins, AviTab, charts, and then this one. Okay, both should appear now. Okay, let me come back into the VR. I need to change the apps with the Alt tab. Then come on, open charts. I can only have one open once at a time. Okay. Well, we've got the departure from Wellington. You can download this. I'm going to try to remember everything that I need to update after. So it's the charts or the link to the AIP in New Zealand. So you've got a real charts and completely updated from the New Zealand government. And both airports, okay? That's the only thing that you need. Well, if you want this plane, then you'll need to buy it on the X-Plane shop, okay? Hopefully tomorrow it's Black Friday, no, in a couple of days. So you might find some discount. Then let's review then the departure, because we are going to depart north. So it's number 10. This is where the airport is, and I'm going just to explain it quickly. This area in green, it's the sea, so we can see the sea. If we move up, that should be, yeah, it's around that area here, okay, where we are going to fly or depart. Wind is coming from the north, or it was coming before when I was creating the flight plan. So we will depart into there, then move across this mountain to a small island which should be around there, and then going up to the north to a city called Howard or Down Howard or something like. Okay. In the next page we can see all the departures depending on the runway. So in this case it's number 10, which is world departure. So at 1,000 feet we need to turn right, track via Ward Island, which is the island I've mentioned before, then leave the control zone via the Ward sector at 1,500 feet or below, which is exactly what I've been explaining, okay? We don't want to go above that level for this flight. Then let's tune the... well, we already have it.
November, Zulu,
yep.
Whiskey, November, airport.
And let's configure the altimeter.
0, Zulu, weather, wind 327 at
3 to 7
visibility 10,000 sky condition 2
at 1.8 windy.
get at
Okay.
2600 get at temperature 18 dew point 13 QNH 1015 advice on initial contact you have information golf
1015. Okay, so now we've set up the shut up please, thank you. We've already set up the altimeter, the current pressure, which is 1050. We can see that now our altitude is 21 feet, which more or less must match the altitude if we look for it onto here. November Zulu, Wellington, it's Whiskey November. Yes, elevation it's 41 feet. We've got here 21. Probably we can add a little bit more. 39, that's fine because we are still keeping this 1015. That seems more accurate, okay? However, this is measured on the middle point in the airport, the ARP, okay? So I'm going to use for this departure map that I've got here. We are going to be using also the GPS, and this is more or less the route that we are going to do, okay? From Wellington we'll go to the right to this small island here, over the lighthouse probably, okay? If we achieve already the 1000 feet, I guess, yeah, that should be easy. There are only 2 or 3 miles here, but that should be enough to climb to 1000 feet. Turn right towards this island, then direct to Belmont mountains, okay? That's our notification point to contact back to Wellington and tell them that we are leaving their airspace and continuing through BFR. If we climb over the 1,500 feet, then we should contact the Wellington approach, and we could ask them for a follow-up. And the airport that we are coming, then we will be flying north into this bay here, okay? Come on. Into this bay, where it is where we already have the entrance point for Paraparaumu, okay? As you could see here, I'm going to zoom it a little. It's through Pukerua Bay. There's an area that we need to avoid, which is this one. Oh, no, hold on. This is the entrance to runway 16, and the active runway now should be the opposite one, because also the wind was blowing from the north. So it should be on the next page. Yes, here. Yeah, the entrance is basically the same. We are going to use the entrance number 2 because we are approaching from the south. At Paraparaumu traffic when approaching the Mike Bravo Zulu boundary, which is all this area remarked here, okay? So we need to notify them that we are just trying to land, and then we could proceed direct into the runway. There are 2 runways, one with asphalt, one with grass, okay? And basically that's it. Track north seaward of the coast of Philpaikakariki, cross the coast, which is this small village, and then join long final paved or grass on the runway 34. Okay, so we've got the flight plan ready. We could start turning on the lights in the cabin because it's 6 o'clock already here. We are going to turn on the signals for the seat belts, and then let me check if there's any message. No, it's again, or just you and me. Okay. We are going to do the whole flight manually anyway, okay? So the flight plan is in the GPS and it's also on my head, as you can see. Climb up to 1000, that's when we turn right to the island and then straight to the north. Okay? So let's start the engines because I think that there's nothing else needed. We'll switch on the beacon, the pumps also, and then you are going to move this into ground idle, so we'll have fuel flowing into the engine from both wings. We've got enough fuel. Well, that's much more than enough. We've got half deposit on both wings, so it would take us for 3 hours, and this flight is only going to take us around 20-25 minutes. Okay, and then we could click on the starter. We've got parking brake set. We should have set up that before. Okay, it's come back to normal position. We can switch both generators on, remove external power. As you could see now, where's my joystick? It's here. Yeah, all the covers that we had on the pitot tubes, even on the exhaust and the engines have been, it's very noisy, have been removed. Let me turn down the volume a little. For explain. Otherwise, probably you'll be hearing lots of the noise from the engines, and you cannot hear me. Okay. A little bit more. Something like. Okay. That should be fine now. Taxi, we are going to switch on this and we leave it in 2000. I think that we should change it to 1200 for BFR. Okay, and then just let's remove. Well, let's do. I should have this linked to Navigraph. I'm going to link it quickly, because yes, I only need to open the browser, click here on sign in. That authorizes me with my user. From time to time it doesn't look to be. Okay, now it's done. Okay, close this. Oh, come on, I've already done it. So airports, refresh. Yes, now we have this, so I can open the ground, at least the ground movement. Okay, come on, aircraft. Airport information. And we are going to taxi via, I don't know, Bravo 7, call straight into Alpha to Alpha 10, where we will be holding and then taking off. It's 1815 meters, or what's the same, almost 6,000 feet. Okay, shouldn't have any trouble at all. Just the only one being the wind. So bye bye Wellington. Well, I'm assuming that there's no ATC, so I'm assuming that I've already have a clearance to proceed, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Yeah. So then left to Bravo 7. One failure, to be honest, that I find in this plane, it's that without accelerating at all, it's while you are on the ground, it's really running very fast. Okay, but well, it's what it is. We're going to turn into Bravo 7, which is this taxiway. No one on the right, no one on the left. We've switched on taxi lights, yes. Yes, we do. Let's also turn on the wing lights. Also, this noise when you are turning the nose direction wheel, it's brilliant realistic. The no way. Just it's moving fast. I think that's a tunnel, but yeah. And then the cars will appear on this side. Let's put again the parking brake. Let's assume that we are authorized to take off. There's no other plane landing. I looked before, there was no ATC control neither. So we don't need any heaters. I'm just switching on the probes and propeller. Okay, and that should be more than enough for 1,500 feet. Outside temperature, don't remember what was it, but it wasn't very cold at all. Then we turn on the transponder. We switched on landing lights. We ensure that both fuel pumps are on. And least but not last, we are going to increase the fuel flow. Okay. Remove parking brake. And I've changed again the computer. I think I will need to reinstall Ultra Weather for X-Plane. I owe you a tutorial also about that. Okay. Flaps to takeoff position and direct departure. Okay, we need to climb then now to 1,000 feet. Once we are at around 90 knots, we can go up. Let's climb to 400 and then we'll close the gear. We want to keep it at 100 knots. We're reaching already 400, so gear up. Let's climb to 1,000 feet. And then turn right towards the island. 1,000 and we could turn right. Okay. We should see an island. Come on, where's my plane? This one. Okay. It's very tiny. Okay. Now I can see it over there. We're already on 1,500. We close flaps, reduce the speed, and let's try to keep this altitude. Okay. I'm going to trim the nose down. Okay, here we go. So this is the island that was mentioned on the BFR charts, and then left there's an area also that we need to avoid, which is this one here. So we need to go towards these hills. Okay, it was Belmont Hills. Move a little bit to the left. So this is Lower Hat. There's a river here, I guess it's called the River Hat, which is bringing all the water into this bay of Wellington Harbor. Okay. We might need to go farther up. I think that height of the mountains, I thought it was in feet, but probably it's in meters. Let's try to keep this height. If we move back to the charts and we close this one, this is where we are already. Okay, in Belmont Hill. So let's try and avoid the mountains and do not go over this 1500. That's very low really for flying BFR. So that's been my mistake. We should go farther up, contact the Wellington control and just identify ourselves. But let's try to keep going close to the terrain. Okay. Let's open the map again. This is where we start the arrival. Okay, once we arrive into this bay here, Pikarakiki. So we are now over Porirva, which is this village here. Which was also set on the GPS to fly over this city, which is what we are doing now. Let's move outside. Let me check if there's any other message. Okay. We are on the sea now. We need to follow the coast. It's a little cloudy. Okay. And let's quickly review the chart for the BFR approach. Okay. We've said we needed to come into here, then avoid an area. Also, be careful because there are few clouds. So let's follow the coast. It's a little cloudy here. Let's tune our arrival airport. Three to seven at 18. One 015 again, and 18 degrees. Let's turn on the taxi lights. And let's do a quick review on the charts. These were the departure ones. So it's this one, second page, and that's it, okay. Fukerua Bay, then to the right to avoid this area, and then direct to the airport, okay. So maps, here we are already. Let's start reducing our speed. Oh, this is not the what we've been looking already on the South Island in New Zealand, but it's also nice. It's also nice. Here we are. We should follow this road, and the airport must be somewhere around there. We'll continue until we've got a visual with it. At this height, probably 1,000 feet would be good enough. We're going to start reducing speed, just lowering the engines, okay? That's the area that we need to avoid. Again, don't know why, but in the chart it's shown as an area to be avoided. I think if we follow this road, it should bring us to the airport. So the trip, in fact, was shorter than I was expecting. Let's extend one of flaps, as we are already below 163 for 15 degrees of flaps. I still cannot see the airport, so let's follow on. I think it's around there. Yes. We are already aligned with it. And we can proceed direct to final. Okay, we should have notified when we came into the land. Gear down. There are two runways. We can choose the one that we like more. So we are going to take the asphalt one. Hot landing lights on, taxi on. Approach 100 knots. Let's move it down a little bit. Flaps too. We don't need full flaps. So 90 knots. Let's align better. And here we are already. While you're flying using VR glasses, the shape of the runway really tells you whether you are high, low. So it's looking nice. Okay, more or less for the profile that I'm having. We've got VASI lights, which are these two. It's telling us that we are a little high, and it was just to avoid these trees. This is our touchdown area, and then here we are. Down. A big hangar in our left. We are going right, I think. Why not? Let's see. What I like more. I'm going to the right, next to the control tower. We can already switch landing lights off. Taxi also off. And now transponder. I just stop here now. On standby. That's been quick, really. To there.com. I've been reading a little about the guy that has been doing this airport. He said that he spent more than 100 hours taking pictures from it. Okay, now we can close the fuel. No, before that, yeah, we've got this. Fine. We're going to... No, that's after. So we are going to switch off the fuel. Engine will stop. We switch off generators, both 1 and 2. And well, in fact, we don't need any additional electricity. So yes, let's go outside and let's do our walk. Okay. For that, I'm gonna pick this. And let's visit it a little. Okay. Will these plates be really Kiwis or not? Don't know. If anyone knows and wants to leave any comments, then I would appreciate it. This is a little messy. We could open the doors so people can get down, because with this we've already finished today. Okay, I think it's this. Well, I cannot switch now between full screen and VR, otherwise I will not be broadcasting this signal. So that's it, okay? Basically, Kapiti Aero Club, really weird names, very difficult for me to pronounce. It must be in the local language of New Zealand, okay? And basically that's it. Let's try to go to that hangar. Here we are. With a couple of Cessnas. One Piper. Okay. So it seems that this was our area to park, not that one. But well, we park wherever we want. That's why we are on a simulated environment. Okay. So that's it. If you've liked it, press on like and subscribe and ask me for any ideas on anything that you'd like me to be showing to you. Okay, see you soon, guys, and bye.